Good morning to everyone on the planet. I suppose I hadn't done one of these in a while, but I even thought about why is this even necessary to even do this. My heart, my soul, energy. I'm just very. I said something to myself on the way down the elevator. This is sort of anticlimactic for me. Because it's always going to go back to my childhood, right? Which is why, hey, I don't want to go through this. Trying to explain that I think I did that in all my videos, but I'm always going to be in enormous love and gratitude to everybody who participated in the liberation of this planet, and the amount of work that was done and what it took to get it done and where we're headed in the future was secured. And I always just try and simplify things down to its least common denominator, which is what I've always said, which is electric wars or frequency wars, which are energy harvesting wars, okay, between your true identity and another identity, or what you would normally experience, which is your natural resonance, your core frequency identity, right? So when I was a child, that's why I realized when I read a newspaper, this isn't my universe, this is not the movie set that I run, okay? So you realize right away, man, how'd I end up in a place like this? So this is where you begin to have to look to the inner you, who you really are, and what kind of universe do you believe that you really live in, okay? The reality that you're experiencing, right? So I know that when you know that as a child, that's called a frame of reference between who you are and what you're not. This is not my universe. Okay, so now you got to look at the mechanisms or the manner in which the universe that you're experiencing got changed. How'd that happen? So you put a puzzle together. And that's what you do. So you have the ability to put a puzzle together at a pretty rapid rate, right? Which is examining all the data. Because you're experiencing the data. So the data is the frequencies that are used in order to, if you will, experience what you normally do not experience. Okay? Because everything is frequency. So when you have the ability to, how do I put it? I'll call it self-tuning capability. You retune yourself. You know what your natural resonance is. Okay? So you know how to navigate yourself through an energy field in order to get back to something that's distorted to something that isn't. Okay? So you naturally know where to go, because particularly when you're native to the planet. So, I know my bloodline, which is AB positive, which is the same as Karen Ann Luke McDonald, who's my clan mother. So this is one of the differences, because I know that for those that haven't done this or aren't aware of it, Gail of Gaia.com has for quite a while had a lot of different guests from the spiritual community to present information that you just are not going to get through the normal mass media channels, because they're the enemy of humanity. So I've known this for a while. I put it up on my Facebook the other day that I thought at some point here, hopefully sooner rather than later, the good guys are going to take over the mass media networks and the bullshit and end all the lies and the rest of it, right? And do it in such a way that it's not going to create a emotional shock on the Schumann resonance that you can obviously look at. It'll be done in a way that people can begin to realize that the good guys won. Right? Timeline wars. War over timelines. So when you already know that as a child, it almost begins when your future self is telling your childhood self what you're already going to experience. It's just like, well, let's just skip the stuff and go right to there. So it's a matter of cleaning up all the junk. So that's why when you're picking stuff up wherever you go, you're being hit with what I call electronic data, electronic frequencies that distort your energy field. You got to bring it back into your normal resonance, right? So that's one of the reasons why I love the islands, the Hawaiian Islands, okay, to go get cleaned up. So you know where to go, particularly when you're going around molten voltage, Okay, so the Kilauea volcano is active now. I might go jump into that. To go embrace her in spirit, thank her so much, and give her all my love that lasts forever. So anyway, as I told a couple of guys this morning, because there's obviously a lot of guys that are in this gospel mission who come in, they're trauma centers, energy storage bins of low frequency energy. And I said to a friend of mine, there's a couple of guys that are in here that they realize, that they're trying to reclaim their energy, and that's what it is. I said to somebody the other day, you were in an energy management system, okay, that was designed to harvest energy off of all of us and use it to run all their programs. Pocket realities, okay? So that's done with, that's over. So that means that the reality that people have stored in their memory, that they think is what they believe is reality that they don't have any choice over experiencing, is going to radically shift, particularly when the mass media is taken over by the U.S. military. More information comes out about the tribunals, people committed treason, and all the rest of it. And that's obviously a good thing, right? So this morning I got a link Patty Broussard put up because she's a friend of mine. And I listened to Patty, and there were, I think, 3 other guests that were on there that provided a wealth of information. Okay, not only about how energy works, how your chakras work, how your DNA works, how they did everything they did here.